Hey guys, Marianne Elliott from 360 Mortgage Solutions. So I wanted to jump on today and talk to you about the market at the moment. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you would be aware that currently the property market is going gangbusters. And look, that's a really good thing for the economy. But where it can become a challenge is if you've got a pre-approval and you're struggling to find the right house, but when you do find the right house, you'll found that you're outbidded on the price. So I've got quite a few clients who are pre-approved, ready to go. The only thing that's missing is the property. So my biggest advice in this case is to make sure that you have a pre-approved, a fully assessed pre-approval in place before you start house hunting. There is nothing worse than finding the perfect property, putting in an offer, only to be stressed when it comes to meeting finance dates, getting information to the bank, and perhaps even losing the property because we didn't have all the ducks in a row before you signed the contract. So that's probably the first thing I'd strongly encourage you to have. The other thing I'd encourage you to do is to have a look at property reports, but at the moment, take them with a grain of salt. So property reports have a look at previous sales in the area and then give you an indication of what that property might be worth given the recent sales history. However, what we're finding is quite a few properties are going up in value month on month and even week on week, depending on who's purchasing the properties. So it can really mean that the property price you're looking at on that property report might be slightly low and you might need to start raising the amount that you're looking to spend. Finally, the other thing, and this is something I encourage all my home seekers to do, is make sure your fully assessed pre-approval is fully assessed for the maximum amount you possibly can borrow. Now, look, I'm not telling you to borrow the most that you can borrow. Assuming that you're comfortable with those higher repayments, make sure that you apply for the absolute most you're willing to purchase for. The reason I say this is it means that you're not having to come back and increase your pre-approval as you notice that you've been priced out of the market. But ideally, you get the higher pre-approval, you find the perfect property for a cheaper price, and then you can lock that in at the lower amount. When you find a more expensive property and you're having to go back to the bank to apply for more, it's no longer a fully assessed pre-approval and they revisit the whole application all over again. So going for the absolute most that you would consider purchasing for and then scaling it back is far easier than doing it the other way around. If you need any property reports to help you in the house hunt, make sure you email me the address at marianne@360mortgagesolutions.com.au.